Welcome to MCCT, Microcrawler Capability Test. That's where we test and compare the driving performance and capability of micro trucks and microcrawlers from 1 to 18th to 1 to 24th scale trucks in stock condition as well as highly modified and upgraded ones. The trucks have to pass through 10 different tests. We'll get either points for their results or their performance will be graded, and the final scores will reveal the most capable microcrawlers. We check their climbing ability, descent performance, their tilt angle, their performance in overcoming easy and difficult obstacles, and their low speed modulation and low speed driving performance. Check the description for details of tests, scores, and mode of grading. Now let's start and present this episode's test trucks. And here are the test trucks of MCCT episode 3. 1 to 24th Land Rover Defender will be tested. First, the RGT 13624 that's also sold as FTX Outback Mini 3.0 Ranger, and then two Hobby Plus CR-24 Defenders, which are also sold as FTX Outback Mini 2.0 Ranger and Amewi AMXRock AM24. One of the CR-24s will be stock, the Blue Defender, and the other one highly modified. The RGT 13624 V2 has a wheelbase of 120 mm, a weight of 272 grams. Its tires are 46 by 17 millimeters, and it runs on a 1S LiPo with 520 milliamp hours, which weighs 12 grams. It uses a 3-wire servo and the motor sits in front. It's a 50 size motor. The Hobby Plus CR-24 Defender also has a wheelbase of 120 millimeters, a weight of 239 grams, and its tires are 46 by 17 millimeters. It runs on a 1S LiPo with 600 milliamp hours, which weighs 13 grams, and uses a 5-wire servo. The motor is a 30-sized motor and sits in central position. The modified CR-24 was bought as Amewi AMXRock AM24. It also has a wheelbase of 120 millimeters but weighs 316 grams. It has stock tires with 46 by 17 millimeters but with custom wheel weights and tire foams, and it runs on a 2S LiPo with 300 milliamp hours and 16 grams. It uses a Turbo Racing 4-channel receiver and a Emax ES08 MA2 servo and a Dumbo RC ESC with light switch and low voltage passer. It runs on a 030 Hobby Plus torque motor in central position and uses Hobby Plus metal upgrade shocks, has a custom interior, driver and custom bumpers, and roll cage and spare wheel have been removed. And it has full ball bearings. And now let's start with the tests. First, incline on a rough surface, 45 degrees. The RGT Defender is already a little bit struggling, but no problem for the CR-24. On 46 degrees, the RGT Defender does already fail its 2-speed brake. No problem for the CR-24s again. 47 degrees, no problem. No problem for the modified CR-24. 48 degrees, the stock CR-24 Defender still can do it, but it's already a little bit of struggling. No problem for the modified one. And 49 degrees on a rough surface incline. Finally, is too much for the stock CR-24 Defender. But still not a big problem for the modified one. 50 degrees. Again, not a real problem. 51 degrees, still does it, and 52 degrees for the modified defender. Nearly. It really nearly could do it, but couldn't get to the end of the hill. So those are the results of test 1, climb on a rough surface. The RGT defender only could do 45 degrees, what's 0 points in this test. And the stock CR-24 defender 48 degrees, 3 points. And the modified CR-24 defender could do nearly 52 degrees, but not totally, so it will get 6.5 points on this. And here you can see the results of the 1 to 24th defenders of MCCT 3 compared to the results of the climbing on a rough surface of the other trucks tested so far. And you see they are not really the best climbers. And now to test 2, incline on a smooth surface, 45 degrees. RGT struggling, no problem for the CR-24s. And 46 degrees, the RGT does it this time, no problem. For the other two, 47 degree on a smooth surface. Finally is too much for the RGT defender. However, no problem for the CR-24 in stock form and for the modified CR-24 anyway. 48 degrees on a smooth surface. The CR-24 defender is already a little bit of struggling. Not a real problem for the modified one. And 49 degrees. The stock CR-24 defender. That's finally too much. It's not able to do it. For the modified CR-24, no problem. It also does 50 degrees. And 51 degrees on a smooth surface. And finally, it even manages to climb 52 degrees to the end. And 53 degrees. A little bit, but it fell and finally could not climb it. Here are the results of test 2, climb on a smooth surface. 1 point for the RGT defender, 48 degrees, and 3 points for the CR-24 in stock form, and the modified defender 7 points for 52 degrees. And here you can see the results of the 1 to 24th defenders compared to the other trucks tested so far. And again, in stock form, the CR-24 defender is not really good. The RGT defender not good at all, and the modified CR-24 defender is quite okay. It has the same results as the SCX-24 Deadbolt and Chevy at test 2, climb on a smooth surface. And now test number 3, descent and going back upwards again. All defenders are not really good in this test. 45 degrees. You see the RGT defender is already a little bit struggling. Seems to be easier for the CR-24 defender, but not for the modified one. This does also already struggle a little bit at 45 degrees. Same at 46 degrees. Not easy. Going up is not the problem. Stopping and starting again in reverse, that's the problem. 47 degrees. Really hard for the RGT defender. But finally manages to get up again. Same for the CR-24 defender. Seems not to be so difficult here. And the modified CR-24 does already have troubles, it's much heavier, but finally manages to go up again, stop and go up. And 48 degrees finally is too much for the RGT defender, the stock CR-24 defender, and also for the modified one. So the results are easy. In test 3, all of them could manage to get down and up again at 47 degrees and get only 1 point for this. And compared to all the other trucks tested so far in MCCT, you see those are their last places in ranking so far. And now let's check the tilt angle. First to the left side, the RGT defender. When will it fall? Seems already to be at the edge. Only 37.7 degrees. The CR-24 is much better on this. Left side 41 degrees and the modded CR-24 to the left side. Much better again. Already more than 43, that's real good. $43.56. At 7 it will fall. To the right side, the defender, the RGT defender. Again, seems already to have problems at only about 36 degrees. $37 degrees. The CR-24 defender. More than 40 degrees again. $40.55 degrees it could stand. And to the right side, the modified defender, 45 degrees. Really good stand. 46 degrees, wow. Here are the results. To the left and to the right side, the RGT defender again really poor. 37.7, 2.85 points to the left and 37 only to the right, 2.5 points. The CR-24 defender much better, and the modified defender again much better and get much more points. And here you can see the comparison of all trucks tested so far, tilt angle to the left and to the right, and The CR-24 stock defender is not bad, and the CR-24 modified defender is absolutely fantastic, really good. To the right side, even better than the SCX-24 Betty, and the RGT defender, super poor results again. And now to the hill of branches, flat side for the RGT defender. Even the flat side is impossible. It's not able to climb this hill, 0 points here. The CR-24 defender is also doing hard, but finally manages to climb the hill, 1 point for it. And the tuned CR-24 defender, it's not super easy for it too, but finally manages to do it and gets 1.5 points. And now to the steep side of the hill of branches. No chance for the RGT defender, no chance at all. And the CR-24 stock defender is also struggling hard, but is not able to climb this side. And the modified CR-24 is struggling super hard. So that's really on the edge. Small tires. Tries and tries and tries. And seems not to be able to get it. But it can do it sometimes. Super hard for it, but respect. Check this out. It did it. 1 point for the modified CR-24 defender, 1 out of 10 for this, and the others didn't get any points in this test. And now to the hill of pebble stones, the flat side. The RGT defender does it without problems. What a surprise. And also the CR-24 and the modded CR-24 defender. So wow, 2 points for all of them. 2 points out of 2 here on test 8, flat hill of pebble stones. And now to test number 9, the steep side of the hill of pebble stones. The RGT defender is struggling really hard, but no chance at all. It's not able to climb in the first step. And now the biggest surprise of MCCT 3. Check the stock CR-24 defender. Wow! Of course with quite a bit of troubles, but not so bad. Wow! I give 3 points for this. And there's modified CR-24. Just have much more troubles and problems to climb the steep side of the pebblestone hill than the stock one, because it's much heavier, but finally it also manages to do it. So 1 point for the modified defender, 3 points for the really good performance of the stock CR-24 defender here on test 9, and the RGT defender once more 0 points. And now to the last test, test 10, low speed modulation and performance. The RGT defender does really have poor low speed modulation and poor performance too. It can climb, you can drive it. There are trucks you will see in later episodes of MCCT, which are even worse in this. However, it's not really good. And therefore I will get 0.5 points because the Hobby Plus CR-24 Defender and its electronics. It's not good either, but it's a little bit better than the RGT ESC unit. On 1S it's lacking power, of course, but you can drive it slowly and climb small steps. So the Hobby Plus CR-24 will get 1 point for its performance, and the modified CR-24 does have the old Dumbo RC ESC, and that's really a bang for the buck. It's still super noisy, but it's really not bad, and it was super cheap when it was available. The new version is super bad in low speed modulation, but this old ESC, including light switch and low voltage buzzer, wow, for the money. Of course there are much better ones. However, it's drivable, and therefore it will get 2 points out of 5 for its performance. So here the results: 0.5 points for the RGT, 1 point for the Hobby Plus CR-24, and 2 points for the modified CR-24 with the Dumbo RC ESC. And that's the final score of MCCT 3, the 1 to 24 Defenders. And as you've seen, the modified CR-24 Defender is by far the best. Here you see all points of all 10 tests added, and the not modified stock CR-24 was not that bad either. It only failed one single test, the steep side of the Hill of Branches. But the RGT Defender 1 to 24 was a big disappointment. It failed 3 tests and didn't get even 1 point on the incline test on the rough surface. It only got 9.85 points all in all. That's super bad, while the stock CR-24 22.75 and the modified one 34.8. So let's compare those now to all trucks tested so far. And here you can see that the RGT Defender is by far last, only 9.85 points. That's really bad, while the CR-24 Defender with 22.75 points doesn't have so many points, but it failed only 1 test. So that's why it's ranked above the HG18 Tiger Dog and the Mini C 4x4 Suzuki. And the modified Defender was really quite good, and what was a big surprise, it did pass all tests, even the steep side of the Hill of Branches. So that's it for MCCT 3. Watch out for MCCT 4. There are still a lot of trucks to be tested.